Hello, hi guys. I hope you are treating yourselves well and, of course, to others. This is a brutal growth message that keeps on ringing in my head. So, for all of us to figure out. Let's go. This is very sweet so far. We've got the sun upright. One of the better omens. I personally rank the sun as like top 2 favorite cards. I think it holds inspiration, change, the ability to grow, most anything. For better or for worse, it seems you could be in a position where you have to choose for yourself. Like, maybe not a lot of people have gone down the path you're about to, or it's hard to relate in general because of your transformations that you have. Apologies. The sun, one of the better omens in entirety. It's a card of the ability to change most anything, to alchemize situations to your benefit, to destroy, like metaphysically, just like get rid of unnecessary things, or show light to the way. It doesn't have to be so like spiritual, but you possess a lot of characteristics that benefit you, and you have a lot of good habits. It seems it's easy for you to maintain your lifestyle, or when you can do things when you want to. Things might get bad when you let them. Like, it seems like if you look away for a second and indulge in something that might not be so obviously beneficial for you, like just a vice, or if you give up on yourself, things like really fall away. Like, it seems like everything comes crumbling down, because in a sense, if you're not paying attention to it, there's no life to be had. You are a life force, it seems like. The 2 of Cups, there's a give and take with your energy in this life. Say you help, let's see. There's no room to slip, I think, at this point in your it could be a relationship, in your title, in your existence, something that it's your give and take, maybe even with yourself. It's if you are dealing with a high maintenance, you are like, it's a sense of something that you have to do every day. You have to be aware of the way that you communicate with yourself. You have to be, like, if you overindulge in, okay, let's put this really simply. If you are trying to wean off of doing something, maybe you get really motivated to do something about your situation, and you overdo it, so it doesn't have any longevity. You need to, every day you need to figure out the habits. Like, it might seem you have everything together, but the small inconsistencies, the things that really trip you up on your base level, there's something deep down in you that is constantly battling. This is the devil, and it was in reverse. So I think that you are fighting some sort of demon. It could be like an actual haunting. It could be like something, a curse in your family, kind of feel maybe maybe even just abuse that's been passed down, or something you've acquired through interaction over time. And it's something you've got handled. Your son is stronger than your devil. You show light to the fact that you have battled these things. Maybe you keep it under wraps, maybe you don't. But you've done the work with the Four of Swords. You have spent the time to either maybe you've gotten help in some way, professionally or not, with the things that you've dealt with. Maybe you've just spoken about it the whole way, so it's never really been so heavy on your shoulders. But there's something there that it's around you. It is looming. It has a part of your life. Maybe you identify with it, so it doesn't feel like a bad thing, but it's stunting your growth. Maybe it's like you have people that are around you that get really jealous, or maybe your family doesn't see eye to eye with you. Maybe you don't have a lot of people you communicate with anymore, or maybe you just have a new way of communicating. Maybe you want to show yourself. Say you're someone who has been on a path that's been viewed in a certain light, and you want to try something new, but it is terrifying, or it could be just not that scary. But the King of Cups, it would take a lot of effort and consideration to prescribe to this lifestyle. Like, if you were, the reality of the situation is you feel it would be so difficult to move to your next phase in life, even if you are uncomfortable where you are now. It seems more attainable or realistic in some way. I'm not saying it's holding you back, but it is, the comfort is keeping you in a place where you don't have a place. Like, maybe your inconsistency in this one aspect, like if it is a trait of yours, or if it is an ill communication, maybe something has been severed in a line of communication with certain people, or a certain way that you have to level up in some aspect, but it is something that almost seems so minuscule. Like, I just have this feeling that you might be overlooking, and it might not even be like you're in denial or anything. It could just be something that seems like it is not out of place, but if you were to just like kind of tweak this a little bit, then maybe it could provide a lot of avail. Like, secrecy would maybe fall away easier. You could feel more in tune with your surroundings, or you could easier communicate. Maybe it is something obvious, like you are not, you haven't been doing something a certain way, or maybe you just kind of denied that you would ever be doing something or act a certain way. You just have never seen yourself in such a light, but you find that something feels unregistered in your life right now, or something feels like it could be easier and or more natural. It just, like, you crave irregularity I'm hearing, but like it could be that things are really complicated or built up. Maybe you've provided a life that has a lot of steps, or you have a lot of things on a daily basis that you go through the motions, but you kind of want to be more present in your life. Maybe you're bored with your life, and you don't know how to find. Maybe you feel like you're just looking in on other people's lives and wondering what is even the point, or what is the meaning of all of this, what even matters. Because the temperance in reverse kind of suggests that it's been coming up a lot, an evening of emotions. You could be sticking yourself to the way that you are, like the Seven of Swords as well. You could be like you could be impaling yourself to an ideology or a lifestyle. Maybe you just don't open up in a certain way to like people. Maybe you take yourself really seriously, or you hang out with people that take themselves very seriously, or your environment is rubbing off on you in a certain way and you don't understand, haven't seen it yet. Maybe you are annoyed with your environment some way or somehow, but you don't know how to get out of it, and or you don't see anything better maybe right now. It could be the Five of Cups, you lingering out of familiarity. Even if it's discomfort, it's something that you've done for a long time. Therefore, the path is clear. It's yours in a sense, but I think you still feel discomfort in the situation there. When you, maybe nature or animals or something that's childlike, maybe you enjoy kind of slipping away from your mind right now just because things are complex, or you just have a lot of complex emotions and not a lot of answers to why you're feeling it or how you're feeling it or what the result, like what the answer could be. I think being simple to yourself, maybe if you don't allow yourself silence, maybe do that. You could lay down in some form or fashion, whether it's like in the sun or in a bath. You just lay down on your floor and be silent. You could watch fire. I always say watch fire. Go out into a forest. Go by a stream. If you could just maybe get your feet on some like bare ground. And if you're not into that, if you're not into such a thing, maybe drink more water as of right now. Look into maybe some houseplants that you could be interested in, maybe like growing herbs or something that is easy to, like my neighbors are growing a sunflower and I think that they just do that to eat it. Things like that. Small boosts of serotonin, maybe get your small highs, like, like people are constantly craving, like, like with small snacks or like fancy drinks or something, it's like a little boost of serotonin. Same with being online. Maybe stop giving in to being online so frequently, and maybe like write a list of things that you have to accomplish that day, so you can mark them off, or like give yourself small tasks that build you up in certain ways, like apologies. I think that you could focus on drinking more water, stretching more frequently if you are in a job that you have to be in a certain position for a while, or if you find yourself doom scrolling in like a certain position. Maybe fix your posture, sit back, lay back. Just maybe if you can afford a massage, or if you have a partner, get them to try to give you a massage, or if they need one, you could give one to someone. It's just kind of in the air of nurturing yourself. But in a way that you would a plant. So don't step on yourself, don't be too hard on yourself, don't give yourself too much of something, too little of something. It's a nice little balance. In order to grow, you need to find fresh air. So take more deep breaths. Will yourself, like, for better. Like, think about yourself highly. If you, like, enjoy being cynical or negative or whatever, you can still have that, but there's don't give in to people that gossip or want to talk about other people. So I hope this helps, and you gotta know I love you.